Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, the largest crypto channel in all the interwebs. My name is Ben. Every day on this channel, I show you how to make money in cryptocurrency. If you like money in crypto, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, guys, today, making some sun in the face. So video may be a little strange, but it's time for your Sunday morning drive where we drive to church and talk about cryptocurrency. So guys, today I want to talk to you guys about Bull Run 3.0. It's time, guys. I told you guys this last night. I opened a lower leverage than normal long. I usually run about 31x leverage. Last night I did a little bit less than half than that because I did want to build in, some room in case I was wrong and the price dipped a little bit. But we've not seen that. We've now seen Bitcoin holding above $50,000. And honestly, I do expect that to last. Now, the thing is, we've been talking a lot about F2 pool and how they've been dumping, and on Sundays, how they've been dumping as well. Well, we'll talk tomorrow on our live stream about how lately we've been thinking that F2 has been dumping due to some things that have been happening. But we actually know a little bit more about what's been going on. We'll fill you in on tomorrow. In addition, tomorrow night, we're actually going to be doing a video where I discuss with you exactly what I think has been going on with Ethereum in detail. It's not just the miners dumping. There's a lot more to it than that. But right now what we're seeing is the official beginning of phase 3 of this bull run. I know if you're excited about that, make sure to smash that like button. All right, guys. What coins am I loading up on? What are some things I'm seeing right now that's making me extremely bullish? Well, we've had some things for Bitcoin and Ethereum specifically that have been indicating exactly what has been going on lately. With Bitcoin, there has been a small cluster of addresses that has been keeping the price below $50,000. Now, this is my theory on what has been going on, why that has been happening. As we saw yesterday, we got a stimulus package passed. This is not speculative anymore. This is not something, passed strictly by the House of Representatives. The Senate has also now signed off on this. Everyone will be getting $1.9 trillion worth of stimulus coming. Of course, where are we going to get the money from? We're going to print it, of course. But people are going to be getting checks as soon as within the next 2 weeks. A lot of that money is definitely going to be going to Bitcoin. There is no doubt about it. I would actually argue that more of that money will be flowing into Ethereum. And I believe what we've been seeing specifically for Bitcoin over the last month is an intentional press of the price down to keep it below $50,000 to prepare for this next third leg. People have known that this stimulus package was going to come through, and this would officially start the clock on the third phase of this bull run. Now, fourth and fifth phase, sending Bitcoin up to $300,000 or more, could be a reaction down the road to the economic damage that this is going to do the economy. Now, a lot of people were thinking that the stock market was going to crash this week. Well, what a coincidence. Here comes the stimulus, and now all of a sudden, at least for a short amount of time, the stock market will, be staved off its execution. At some point, of course, we know the stock market and the economy will collapse. You cannot keep printing helicopter money. When you look at the M1 money supply, that would be very, very, very evident. So the long and short of it is this. People have been trying everything they can do to keep Bitcoin under $50,000 and Ethereum under $1,500. It looks like the balloon is now about to pop. We're not going to be able to keep those prices down any longer, basically due to the fact that the surge that is coming cannot be counter-traded. The surge of retail investors and the surge of money coming into crypto cannot be counter-traded. You can't counter-trade billions and billions and billions of dollars. So the point here being is that we are in for a very, very historic month, I believe, a historic 2 months, I believe, then maybe a little bit of a pullback in May. And we could possibly get a pullback around tax time, but not necessarily, because something different is happening this year at tax time, which is individuals will actually be able, or people that have families will be able to not only get $1,400 per child in the form of a stimulus check, but also a $3,000 tax credit for each child that they have as well. So that means people will be getting even more money back, from their taxes. So maybe April 15th, we might see another surge of money coming into the space. Along with, I think it was about 10% of people did not receive their last stimulus check. And that 10% of people will be able to get to claim those stimulus checks on their taxes as well. So we could be seeing several different entry points for new people coming into Bitcoin, coming into cryptocurrency. But I believe a lot of this money is going to go to Ethereum. Now, let's talk about Ethereum, because obviously things have not gone the way we wanted them to go. But I do still believe we are on track to get all of the crazy numbers that we've talked about. There's nothing right now that's making me change my mind on that. The timeline was a little flawed. But is there something more to it than just we picked the wrong time? That we just picked the wrong timeline? Did we pick the right timeline, but manipulation kept the price down? That is certainly what it looks like at this point. Tomorrow night, I'm going to have a very big video where we are going to discuss Ethereum. And we are going to discuss all of the things that have gone into a conspiracy, if you will, of Ethereum-based projects, specifically in decentralized finance and possibly NFTs as well. Haven't gotten that far along in the research, but a possible conspiracy theory where projects on Ethereum, dApps on Ethereum, DeFi projects have intentionally been keeping the price down in order for people to continue to do transactions through DeFi. Because the gas fees have gotten so high now that if the price of Ether were to go to $3,000 to $4,000, many of these DeFi applications would no longer be able to get use, because the gas fees will just be too high. As it is, if you go to Rarible, for instance, Rarible.com, and you mint an art piece, what you'll see is you have to set that price really high to be able to make it worth it for the gas fees, because the gas fees are more than the price of many of the NFTs. So it's absolutely insane when you think about that. So is there something more going on there? So what coins am I looking at for this third phase of the bull run? Well, first and foremost, of course, I'm looking at Bitcoin and Ethereum. I think it is a good time to continue stacking Bitcoin. We've shifted a lot of our focus to Bitcoin as of late. And a reminder, once we hit 1 million subscribers on the channel, we will be giving away a full Bitcoin, even if it's $500,000. We'll be giving away a full Bitcoin once we hit 1 million subscribers. So make sure to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and along with 5 Ethereum, which that could be over $100,000 total as well by the time we give it away. But the point here is, of course I'm stacking Bitcoin, of course I'm stacking Ethereum right now. You should be trying, if you don't have a full Bitcoin, I talked about this on Twitter this morning, make sure to follow me at bitboy_crypto there. A lot of people say you need 1 full Bitcoin before you start getting altcoins. That's what Charlie Lee from Litecoin said a while back. Altcoin Daily tweeted that this morning. I retweeted it. But the thing is, the best way for you to get to a Bitcoin is probably through altcoins, getting higher increases and then being able to move that over to a full Bitcoin down the road. So I didn't want to give you guys that piece of advice. But speaking of Litecoin, along with Bitcoin and Ethereum, I'm also stacking Litecoin right now. Why? Grayscale is now buying more Litecoin than they've ever bought before. They are preparing for something new. The fact that you can buy Litecoin on PayPal, I'm not sure if you can buy Litecoin on PayPal right now. I've never bought crypto on PayPal, but just the fact that PayPal will be listing Litecoin as one of the 4 assets along with Bitcoin Cash and Ethereum, or even if it's already happened. The point is, a lot of people are going to be going through PayPal to buy crypto. Now, yes, that's derivatives crypto. It's not real crypto. You can't withdraw it. But the point here is that notoriety that Litecoin will get and the price point of Litecoin compared to the price point of Bitcoin Cash or of Ethereum or of Bitcoin, I think we'll have another surge of retail interest. Do not ever count out Litecoin. I think a lot of people do that. They think, it's played out, it's old. It's one of the oldest cryptocurrencies. It's literally the best performing cryptocurrency consistently in history outside of Bitcoin. Ethereum, not nearly as old as Litecoin. Obviously, Ethereum has been in the top 3 pretty much ever since it debuted. But Litecoin has been in the top 10 consistently year after year after year after year. So do not count Litecoin out. I think if you're looking for something that could get a huge surge, that's not cost, that is not over $1,000 per coin, which of course you guys got to understand that has a lot more to do with the market cap and the circulating supply of the coin, not as much about the price specifically, but retail investors, that's what they go to. So in fact, Litecoin's under $200. I think a lot of people are going to look at it and say it's a good deal. And then of course, Polkadot and Cardano are also projects I'm continuing to stack because they're huge potential against Ethereum. Chainlink, I'm telling you guys, Chainlink is getting ready for another boom. I definitely believe that. I may actually do another short video on Chainlink later today. If you guys want to see that, smash that like button and then comment Chainlink video down below so I'll know you want to see that. Chainlink is another coin that I'm looking at, and I will give you the specific reason why a little bit later tonight if you want that video. But in addition, guys, I would also like to say that some other projects I'm looking at are DeFi projects. I am looking at Aave right now. I'm looking at Synthetics right now. I'm looking at Compound right now. These are 3 projects that I believe have a very, very high upside. And I also believe that what we're seeing is, as the markets are rebounding and we're starting this third leg, we are seeing those projects picking up steam. Aave up 10% over the last 24 hours. So we might see a lot of these Ethereum-based projects once again getting large pumps. So guys, that is all I got for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think I want to make that Chainlink video a little bit later today because I think it is important that you guys see that. Stacking up Chainlink right now is a great idea, and I can tell you a little bit more later if you guys do want to see that video. But drop your comments down below. Let me know what you want to see. Let me know what coins you think you want to be stacking up, and let me know what projects that you specifically want to know more information about, so maybe we could do some videos on them in the future. All right, guys, don't forget, if you want to trade on leverage, you guys can do that at ByBit, bitboycrypto.com/deals. You can get access to that and Market Cipher. I do have a long right now on Bitcoin. It's very successful right now. I've almost doubled my money on it. We're back on track for the 10K to 100K challenge for ByBit. So we'll give you an update on that tomorrow in our live stream. That's all I got. Be blessed.